We are to the north of Charney. You have flown with your newly repaired ship across these vast forested areas and green fields, looking out over beautiful rivers and mountains and the ocean. You would be flying way up there, just seeing these little specks of buildings and beautiful landscape. And now you are deep in the jungle, tired, sweaty. Your gear is totally wet and disgusting and full of dirt from the forest here, and you just exited a pretty bad battle where your tech priest was attacked. The last scene you saw, he was flying through the air, and you just get flashbacks when you sleep. You think back to this horrible moment. He was flying, trying to fly back, and you can hear him starting to speak, only for some malfunction to happen, or you're not exactly sure what happened to him. But you saw this spark of light and then this yellow streak across the sky, like a star, shooting star. And then you hear a splash of water, and he has been gone ever since. Data Predator is luckily fully equipped with an internal rebreather, so even if he's underwater he can still breathe for quite a while, and he's going to survive until he washes up on the shore. At minus 10-9 critical, he is effectively dead, lost a limb, and the rest of you will spend the night in the camp, lighting a little campfire. You enjoy the night, look up at the moons, and think of your fallen comrade. Lancris, you have been sent by the Inquisitorial Command to meet up with this group that is on a mission, after it has been known that they are lacking in the psyker department. You will be sent there. The rest of your party will be displaced, but you finally find it there in a lander, and will
Can I
go ahead. Yeah, do the intro of what you do.
The trip down was organized in a special torpedo that went down from the ship in a one-way trip to the surface. A squad of professional soldiers were sent alongside the Psycho to make sure she reaches the destination. However, after that was a nightmare. Certainly so in the eyes of Alarin, for this was her first real combat mission. The situation at the ship was getting desperate, and even she was taken from her job at the Psyker choir at the ship and sent to the mission. After the landing, the squad moved through dense, humid forest. It was an arduous task, but the sergeant knew where he was moving. He knew what he was doing. Until they were attacked. A brutal sniper fire immediately started cutting down the guardsmen one by one. The sergeant ordered the youngest soldier in the squad to continue with her, and stayed with the rest of the squad as a delaying action. She ran with the soldier, a young lad who's probably 16 or 17 years, as old as she was when she was first taken by the Inquisition. In a few minutes, the shooting behind them stopped, and both knew that it was not a victory, and they continued running. After and then walking when they have no more strength left to run. But it seemed that they were safe, that they got away from the ambush until a massive shape jumped at them from the treetops, from beyond her sight. The guardsman stood and shielded her with his body. He struck this animal with his knife multiple times before it ended his life. Wounded, the animal fled as Alarin started shooting it with her last pistol, and her panic, forgetting to use her powers. She regretted it dearly, for perhaps if she remembered to do that, she could save the guardsman. Now all that remains from a squad is a single figure that's moving in a fast pace through the dense forest. Her actions seem jerky and erratic, and her breathing is fast, betraying the onset of panic that's barely kept away by strength of will. Yet strangely, she does not spin her head. She does not step on any roots. Doesn't stumble at any point, which is odd considering the blindfold on her eyes. And at some point, she comes upon a river, and after checking with occasionally she pulls out an auspex and checks it and continues forward. And as she reaches the river, she falls to her knees in what seems like despair, and quiet sobs start breaking free of her control. Then there is this faint peeping from the auspex, and she pulls it out, and she puts a hand on her screen, and somehow that helps her find something on the riverbank. And she turns her head towards the signal and rises up, wipes her face, and starts approaching.
On the one hand, on the one side, you have a very dark jungle-looking, heavy vines, dark brown colors. It is moist. There is even this slight fog just lingering over the moss on the ground. To the right of you is this vast lake, deep purple-blue water. You don't know if it's safe to drink, as you occasionally bring up your water skin and take a sip and look at this metallic object glistening in the morning sun. You will see a very advanced tech priest with mechadendrites. Sort of, it looks kind of sad as they are broken, deformed over a rock, and his head luckily has landed and is now depressed into the sand. But there he is.
She hesitantly she approaches these remains of the tech priest, and with quite a bit of effort turns over these remains, and then she hears a faint sound, a hiss, and she stumbles back as looking shocked at the fact that this mangled piece of metal and flesh, that it's somehow still alive. And she in a great haste and panic, she starts fumbling through her bag, and she pulls out a med kit and returns her attention back to the body of the tech priest, trying to see if there's anything she could help with, any mending or fixing she can do. there even enough flesh for medkit to be of use?
You can do a first aid or a Medicae test. Medicae first aid. It's a subtype. I believe you heal degrees of success. Wounds. Plus 3.
It's a failure.
Do you wanna-
It's a failure.
Oof.
Uh,
Yeah, so you lean down, you open up your medkit. You're like, how do I do this again? You put out the syringe, you put out the bandages. You like drag him up first off, take off his clothes. There's this strange looking implant in his chest and in his chest area and his throat. You try to touch it and it's just this really heavy canister of something. There's veins and tissue attached to metal that runs into this metallic limbs. You try to turn them around, but you just contort them and make it more difficult to breathe. Everything you try just seems to agitate his body, and eventually you give up.
oh no. Oh no.
You
A quiet voice, trembling, and she scurries backward on all fours and finally starts spinning her head in an instinctual reaction, scared of everything around, of the place where she is.
soon enough the resounding whistling of pistons and electricity, unsafe electric wires sizzling in the air comes from the form as the hand begins to contort itself unnaturally, slapping itself into the sand, and its appendages seem to maintain these corpses' form as its head starts with broken lenses and flashing lights, a drill covering what remains of its calcified skull, and wires coming from nostrils and whatever orifices are still present, looks at you and says in a very broken monotone voice, saying, "Came back to finish the job, heretic."
I'm sorry. I will try.
And he, after seeing you approach, a third arm, as it were a metrodendrite, would reach for you and grab you.
What?
I do not remember you. Are you with them?
With them? I'm loyal to the throne. I'm with the
Galanus Halbro.
I'm with Kalanus Habra.
No, I was just saying it to Tavi.
Recognizing you from some of the reports, the metrodendrite, which is a 3-digit, looks more like a crane than anything you've ever seen. Much more stronger than that. Its power much more stronger than that of its of an arm. Quickly removes itself, and he looks around. The broken metrodendrites and auspex you see looking around from cracked lens and some seaweed still present on whatever clothing you have not removed from him. He then turns to you and say, "You are the reinforcements."
I'm all that's left of them. The others, they didn't make it. I'm sorry. How can I help you? I have medical supplies and fresh ones, and I have some training, but I didn't know what to do. This was never in my training. There's so much metal.
Calm thyself, girl. You have done enough. You have activated my auto-sanguine to reinitiate motive functions in your fumbleness. It is a miracle I'm still alive, but it's a miracle thanks to you.
Thanks, the Emperor. Oh, thank you, Emperor. Oh God.
Yeah.
And she sags on the sand, completely exhausted by relief and by the nerves that she was feeling. I I thought I would die here alone and lost.
It seems the Omnissiah has a different fate for both you and me. As you would see a stapler-like metadendrite proceed to go into whatever remains of this twisted cadaver of a body he has and begins to forcefully click veins back together and a utility servo style coming from the backpack, embedding itself into its chest as mechanical sounds and buzzing can be heard as it tries to heal itself. Do you have any idea where you are, Dragon?
I was supposed to reach a fort of some kind, but all the sergeant and all the soldiers, they're all dead, and I can't find it in the forest. I can't even see the sun. There's no way I can make it without some help. I've no idea where to go or even how to tell north from south, east from west.
Unfortunate to have lost your guides. I shall return the favor. I shall guide you to our haven, and you will have to join us in our endeavor, although as whatever lungs it has must have depressed, making the sound of a laughter as these purple seawater or whatever chemicals can be called a sea or river on this planet comes spewing from its mouth between wires, saying, even though our fates may not be so different than your previous companions.
She flinches at the sound of this hideous mechanical laughter, and for a while she's silent, uncertain of how to answer such grim statement. Can you walk, Tech Priest?
Yeah, I definitely can. After much of the repairs must have been done, you see him standing on two shaken mechanical legs.
Occasionally, a little leech or something from the water that seems to eat dead tissue will fall out of a metallic orifice of the tech priest and land on the ground. It looks like a little larva that sort of slithers down through the sand back into the water.
The medicated metadendrite, noticing the leech coming from a certain orifice, would dig itself back into his rib cage, and you can hear a crunching noise as a similar creature is pulled out from within his form and thrown back into the river. He looks. You'd assume a human would most likely be dead. However, he tells, "Worry yourself not with me. I merely lost an arm. We, the priests of Mars, are not so easily killed."
I can see that with a barely controlled reticence of disgust at what was happening with the tech priest. She steps close and tries to help him, just to support him, but he can barely feel whatever strength she adds to his heavy and strong mechanical body.
You seem more distraught than me. Are you capable of following my lead?
Yes.
Then steel yourselves and offer your prayers to Celica. We move forward.
She folds her hands in the symbol of Aquila and mutters a quiet prayer to the God Emperor.
As both of our forms go through vines and deeper into the forest in hopes of reaching our ship.
You do eventually reach your ship, and you will see a bonfire that is still up deep in the forest, a little glittering light, deep between the vines and the leaves and branches blowing in the wind. Occasionally you look up at the dark blue sky with these bright white lights and skies that flow over you. The rogue trader assassins are nowhere to be seen. Eventually you can choose to approach the camp if you would like.
Before approaching on the trail, Matthias turns to his would-be savior, saying, "You must be my lucky charm. Several hours into the forest and nobody shot at me."
Are there many enemies around?
He just runs without answering your query. Yeah, soon enough, both our visages are hit by the light of the campfire, saying, "Well, seems we have reached our destination. Ready
Where?
to meet the rest?" As he looks at your face.
There's a blindfold on her eyes.
"Maybe try taking that off. What, are you blind? Can't you see?"
Yes.
Unfortunate. Well, 50 more meters, 30 degrees to the right is the campfire. I will guide you. As you'd see, you'd feel like this wet, probably still moist metadendrite hold you by either the waist or the hand as a guide.
She flinches slightly at the touch of cold metal, but soon relaxes and follows the creepy tech priest, half dead, but somehow still moving.
By that power,
from the
power that moves,
from the tree line, you'll hear it.
By that power that moves, you would require something else.
So,
but that is,
and for a swim,
entirely possible. That is entirely
possible.
Who is
this?
Would you require?
The Omnissiah decided it is not my fate to die today and sent me a small blessing, as it would seem.
However,
has it done to you to introduce yourself?
Another round.
She's hesitant. However, for a moment she's silent.
They do not require another
tension
round.
Is on her.
Do you
she
see?
gives a formal bow and says,
"Have you seen?
Alarin Vero, I'm an astropath. I was sent here to reinforce
someone else.
The main
by the
power.
Squad.
I was. There was a squad of swordsmen with me.
The pillars themselves.
To guide and aid you in your task.
The mine itself
I'm the only one that survived.
The mine itself must be suspected of heresy and treachery. Be careful.
How did they
die?
The
mine itself must be suspected of heresy and treachery. Do not
Nine of them. Nine of them died too. I didn't see them. They were sniped, and
the hideout itself
it was fire
must be
from afar from the
hideout
from the bushes.
itself
I never
must
saw
be
who was attacking
heresy
them.
And treachery.
I ran with the last soldier.
Do not walk calmly.
You were a psycho. Were they Eldar? Were they orcs? Were they Tyranids? What?
They must be suspected.
I didn't feel any unnatural presences.
The rogue traders' agents are still out there. They are still a threat. Eliminate them.
The last one died, saving me from some kind of animal. Massive beasts with 4 legs jumped from the top of a tree.
From the top of a tree.
That's right. Are there many carnivorous and dangerous beasts here?
There are a few, but none that have come from the trees as yet. But
Lucky you, Acolyte, you've made a discovery.
She lets out a chuckle, but there's no joy in it. So it's like it's all nerves. I prefer I wouldn't.
So, Rightheart, will you be so kind as to let me into the ship, or are you gonna do both of us a favor and shoot me?
well, if you want me to shoot you, just ask.
Chances are your sadistic bastard wouldn't even give this old man this favor.
No, I wouldn't.
You get an inspiration point.
It would be more funny to watch you suffer.
Your concern for me truly warms this long dead heart of mine. Now, where is the other guardsman?
Other guardsmen?
Yeah, Rick, his name was. Did he also die?
Oh no, he hid behind a tree. He's fine.
Well,
Though...
At this point, feel free to describe your characters, everyone, if you want.
oh yeah, go ahead.
So, as Rickard turns round, you'll see his large trench coat flap. In the back, you'll see the peaked cap of a commissar. You'll see the power sword at his hip and a rather... It's not a harsh sneer, rather a jovious sneer on his face. He's just wearing, obviously, the general patterned armor, and that's all I can think of at the moment.
Alarine is a middle-height woman with black hair. The bulky enforcer armor she's wearing looks awkward on her form, and generally she looks a little too soft for a place like this. Oh, and obviously she has a blindfold on her eyes.
Just as before, Matthias has a metallic drill holding his face. Underneath his cloak and the environmental suit, you can see his body bulge sometimes as you assume mechadendrites do their work and traverse his corporeal form. All of his limbs that still remain are cybernetics. The number of them possibly representing a high member of the Mechanicum, but that matters very little in the Inquisition. Tubes run from his face into his body, from his body into his legs, from his legs mayhaps to the deeper within his body. An amalgamation of what little flesh remains, and science, as he likes to refer to his many blessings from the Messiah, as prosthetics and implants.
The three of us?
Rick?
Aye. Well, Rick is just currently staring into the hull of the ship as he's just leaning on his warhammer with the handle on his right arm as he's just leaning in there with his full plated armor on him, full of dents and little holes every now and then from all the battles, and pitch black skin just staring into the wall, massive for most people's size than most other people. That's it.
I see you are still alive.
Oh, I thought you were dead.
I got better.
Death does that to people.
Well, as he turns to face all of you, right heart. Our element of surprise has been broken. We should advance with full force. Do you second this motion?
Yes, I do.
Then you should go back to the fort, make an emergency meeting with the local chieftains, tell them that we're about to take the ship into battle, and that if they do not want their people on our ship as we're gonna assault this area, then they should leave. I shall sit here and meditate. Let my implants soothe my form. I'm afraid I do not have enough time to replace my arm. It will take 40 minutes. Be back to the ship before then.
So, what you're telling me is you want soldiers to assault, to weaken the defenses.
The quality of their soldiers is lacking and our tactics would not work together. I'm just telling them that whatever civilians they still have on our ship, that they will enter a combat zone pretty soon. And if they have any objections to that, they are free to leave. Neither you nor I can guarantee their safety. And you would
Then
be a
fine.
fool to promise this.
Fine. Anyone who's on our ship, we arm them and we march out now.
Well, we're gonna take the ship to the mines. Just tell the chieftain of our plan. Oh, take the girl with you. Rich as well. I doubt will have any use of him on the ship.
Alarin gulps, looks between you two and asks, "What is the situation here? What are we assaulting?"
I assume a mix of traitorous forces combined with Xenos mercenaries. It would be difficult for us as we are a heavily armored group to traverse further, and we've lost our element of surprise. Our full force is required. Tell me, girl, how good are you at shooting?
At shooting?
Yes, the las pistol, the box with the fancy lights that splatters the enemy's brains. How good are you at using it?
I'm terrible. But maybe I could help you with the element of surprise. I'm quite the Inquisitor made sure that I got the best education. I'm quite skilled in a number of disciplines, including
Like what?
Except for a gun.
I could open a portal that takes us a few kilometers, that connects a few 2 points in a number of kilometers away, and perhaps that could help with transporting our forces or some kind of surprise attack.
Wouldn't that have been useful previously?
Now, they know we're coming.
Also, your portal's probably noticeable if you have to open it up.
Also, do you know mayhaps any trickery, some witchcraft that can do some harm?
I can control weak minds if they're close enough to me.
Good enough.
I can also help try to divine the future and aid those fighting near me, or create a shield to protect them.
Yes.
We may find some uses for you yet. My suggestion, play it by ear.
Sorry, your voice box is kind of malfunctioning.
Nice. That was really believable. Yeah, you get an inspiration point of it.
Right.
She flinches away from the sound.
Totally planned that.
Now we go hot and heavy.
I don't think you have any objections with this, do you, Reinhardt? Nor you, Rich.
I like the obvious approach because it's very easy. And it's the best way to get things done most of the time.
Now, quickly, take the girl and guardsman, inform the chieftain of what we're planning. I'm gonna sit here, meditate, and get the ship ready.
Yeah, you probably need it after that. Actually, why didn't you use the thing earlier?
I will not go into the intricate designs of my lumen well.
You're not escaping this. You must tell me why you were going to make me swim across that river, but you could have just floated across.
Do you know the aspects of energy and how it doesn't come from anywhere?
That means nothing to me. Give me a reason.
I assume that you are good for something. My apologies.
Now I feel insulted, but not really. I feel like that's a weak excuse. And he just starts walking to the
Yeah, Reinhardt will have to tell the chieftain what's gonna happen, because he does have people on board, so yeah.
We have people on board the ship.
Yeah, we have a civilian and wounded on the ship from his tribe, and we're about to tell him, hey, we're gonna assault entrenched enemy position.
Thank God for that, because I didn't do well with
We can do that out of character. So you go to the chieftain and you want to tell him that you're assaulting. What else do you want to say to him?
That if he doesn't want to, he's wounded and his civilians to not be in the line of fire, to maybe remove them from our ship. If he wants to. If not, we cannot promise their safety.
Yeah, okay, so he will be informed. Any requests you have of him?
Make a decision now.
On what?
Whether he's okay with the civilians to still be on our ship. If we survive this and the ship is intact, we will send them to, for Charney.
Absolutely.
They will receive open everything. But
you don't need to roll for that. That's he agrees to that.
We're just informing him. We don't want to withhold information. It's like...
Sounds good. So you will be standing there for a little while talking to him. You will see Reinhardt and some others standing around the chieftain. There's a group of warriors sort of walking around. They seem bored. You look at them and you could tell that they feel displeased by you, and like you replaced their role almost. They don't have hostile looks, but they seem kind of upset with you in some ways. You finish boarding the rest of the civilians with some of the servitors who will take care of them, give them food, everything they need. And as you look at the ship there, it is finally covered all the way in leaves. And it's just this, looks like a big mound, strange mound. You wonder if it would even be possible to take off without manually removing the branches first. As you turn around and walk into the forest, or do you want to fly in the ship?
Straight to the mine.
Alrighty, you're gonna board the ship.
I will... Right up, a moment.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. The maneuvers required to reach the mine, they will not be easy to make. But by the Omnis, I promise you that we will reach it. You may have at least 12 seconds to main the battle cannon and shoot your shots with them before our landing.
Will they be shooting up at us? Do they have weapons like that to harm a ship?
They possess autocannons. They could damage the ship. We have some shields, but there's no guaranteed that, and countermeasures, but it's not guaranteed.
As you step onto the ship, there is a beaming light on the bridge. As you step onto the bridge, the lights slowly turn on, one by one. There's this very calming, warm glow from the lights, almost like you're bathing in this warm heat light. As you step up and touch the metal railing, you finally feel the cold embrace of metal. Surrounded by the metal grit floor and looking around, you are back at home. You walk across the bridge, and you will hear a beeping light on the command console.
A message. As Matthias has been interrupted from his enjoyment of the atmospheric sounds the machine spirits create while the ship is being powered.
It is like a beautiful symphony, and you stand there listening to this machine slowly turning on, and you just listen to this vibration in the ship. As you stand there, you feel the very recent embrace of death that almost took you. But now you are safe again. You open your eyes again and see this light still beaming.
A message for us, Reinhardt.
Well, let's see what it says. And pushes the button.
I will attempt to decode it, whether it's encoded or not.
It is not decoded. It has been waiting for quite a while. As you push the button, you will hear just static and crackling. Hello.
This is the data predator. Identify thyself.
Do you not recognize my voice?
I'm afraid I've sustained much damage in my deployment, and my auditory implants are a bit damp.
Each circle member was...
Your blind pursuit of metallic perfection. Do not remember, do not forget the human connection.
The confessor, or mayhaps Hector. How pleasing, as I give Reinhardt the watch.
Reinhardt, have you found Alexio's hideout?
Potentially.
How does it look?
At present, we are looking to assault it. There seems to be resistance.
What type of resistance?
Stiff resistance.
From the Xenos?
It certainly seems that way, yes. Not Eldari.
Another Xeno species? Local, perhaps?
Perhaps. But,
You hear in the background Matthias hitting his severed arm, screaming, "Those trusted mercenary truths!"
Who was that? What did you say? Speak up.
there's Matthias saying what he called the mercenaries. I, however...
What kind of mercenaries?
I'll let you speak to Matthias.
He would immediately, through the Nosphere, create a connection from his microbead to the comms device and say, "They possess crude reinforcements. They must have bought their services. Effective, barbaric, and I have a bone to pick with them."
Act of vengeance.
Only as Rosa uses the Kroot. I will speak with them as soon as I can. There must be some misunderstanding.
Well, they took my arm and they will soon choke on it.
Perhaps they have lost their handler.
Was that your attempt at a joke?
We cannot say that they are
If they are
At the
feral,
moment,
you could
we
train
cannot say
them.
that they are mercenaries. They may be indigenous.
Impossible. No, there are no local Kroot here. They must have been hired and lost their handler. At some point. If you have the means, you may try to bribe them. Anything shiny should suffice.
A throne.
I do not know if they see the value in that, but you can try. How long until the assault?
Few
Hopefully
minutes before
imminent.
liftoff.
If you find it, treat Alexio's hideout as a treacherous and heretical place. Do not trust anything. Do not touch anything, unless you know its nature.
With due respect, my lord, and how do we retrieve what we seek?
Simply put it in a bag and bring it to us.
As you command.
Very well.
At this moment, Alarin is gonna step forward and hesitantly speak up. Is anything known about Psyker presence at their encampment?
We know very little if they have any psychic support, at least not witnessed, but the thing we are searching for as he approaches closer to you is psychic in nature. Mayhaps you should guard yourself well while we delve deeper.
She nods seriously. Thank you for the warning. I could try to scry this location beforehand to gain intelligence upon their positions and defenses. If I'm provided with a map, a detailed map, hand drawn, but there's a risk that if they have psychers of sight on site, they could detect my scry.
There's also the artifact that may run interference or react unnaturally to your strange.
We also don't have a map of the facility.
Do the locals not have any intelligence?
No.
Come on, you've seen them, girl. Do they look like anything more than primitives? I turn towards Rick and say, current company excluded, of course.
They can still draw maps, right?
Too rough for anything to be useful to us. And they don't encompass that far.
Rough could be enough for me.
And it sounds like you have something to do as I warm up the ship now, don't you? Well, up to it, girl. You have... He looks at the chrono that pops up from his hand. I'd say 10 minutes.
That's not enough for anything.
Shame.
I say we can hold it a bit. The future is useful. You can't just go into the base without knowing what's going to happen.
Very well. But no longer than 3 hours.
Oh, it won't take 3 hours, but whatever amount of time it takes. Go on, do your weird stuff. I don't know what to call it.
Well, if you feel so inclined, why do you not escort her?
No, that is not my job.
Thank you for your volunteering.
You son of a...
You get an inspiration point.
Or
Data
we could just
Predator.
go in
Rick.
right now.
The ship still has all these marks and twigs on it. I cannot guarantee a safe takeoff. So, Reinhardt, either you assist the girl with her query, or you start shoveling dirt and leaves.
I do have a shovel for you.
Or we give out las guns to the people on board and we march forward.
You are trying to get murdered, aren't you? We already saw the big heavy machine gun on that thing, and you want to march in front of it.
Well, when we have a ship and the capabilities of bombing them to Omnissiah sky high,
That is a much better option than just taking random men and giving them las guns and then marching.
besides, Reinhardt, I would go against arming untrained people to use las guns, as well as mayhaps arming people too sick to even fight.
A las gun has no recoil. It is simply point and shoot. It's not difficult.
And
You're training to use it anyway, which means no.
I'd rather not risk being shot in the back, if you understand,
Just
Reinhardt.
because it has no recoil doesn't mean they have great aim with it.
We certainly will not be able to train anyone in half an hour, or how long? In 3 hours or 10 minutes?
And we are already behind the timetable we established.
Don't wasting time by discussing this. You go do your scrying into whatever it is, and you start shoveling.
She's going to turn to Rickard and ask, can you describe me their location, at least just in words?
Unfortunately, no. We never actually got that far.
Do you know anything about it?
Unfortunately, no. We were cut down at the river.
All we know is that there's some psychic stone within it. It's crystalline in nature, and its colors could change. And that's as far as we know.
Might be able to sense it if it's a psychic beacon thing.
Oh, that's an idea. I could try that. Focus on the beacon. Yes, that could work.
Yes, that's why I said it. Now, get to it. We don't have that much time.
I'll do my best. She will go and try to find a bowl and fill it with water. And then she will take off the blindfold and then put the top of her head in the bowl. And she'll stay like that for about half an hour till the very end, and then she will dive it in entirely. And as she does that, when her head isn't faces entirely in the water, the water starts steaming and hissing as if it was boiling, but the temperature of it doesn't change. And then she pulls out of it in 2 minutes. She pulls out of it, of the ball, gasping for air. And let me roll.
Awesome description. You get an inspiration point.
Oh, cool. Is it? Yeah, it's 10.
Are you using Scryer's case?
Yeah.
So you'll be pulling out tarot cards, little punch cards with leaves on top. There's dust. Putting the cards on the ground.
This was her ritual.
Yeah. Yeah, it involves casting runes.
Either a focus thing or something else.
The water was the focus.
No. You need an actual dedicated focus, not just some random thing you could just pick up. You know what I mean?
Casting runes and some.
She could put her. She could put her psi focus into the water beforehand. Would that work?
That's all good. It's all good. You look at the water and gaze deep into this fiery tunnel, seeing it approach closer and closer. You can feel the heat as the space opens up literally underneath you. Anyone not trained in the psychic arts would at this point be terrified, clawing at the floor for help. The pit swallows you as you look in, and the fire envelops. So, you spent 30 minutes doing this, so a half hour has already passed. You'll be walking around her as she sits there for 30 minutes.
No, we're removing making our ship ready for liftoff, removing whatever coverage it has.
You'll slowly see this little leaves and this little lizard-like thing crawling down a branch, and you follow it like you're following it first person. You're seeing this creature for some reason, and suddenly you see the tree and the ground and the leaves from the perspective of this little lizard crawling deep in the jungle, and suddenly the light from one of the creature's eyes shines back on you. It is a giant four-legged creature looking back at you. It gives a noise kind of like a elephant exhaling. You see two of these creatures with huge guns attached to its back. Croots riding them. and a few rogue traders that seem to be barking orders at them. There's a long, winding path behind them, leading to an opening in the mountain. It looks like a mine of some sort. They have laid out a few tents and bedrolls and a little camp. You see them standing there talking to each other. Believing that the threat is gone, some of them have sat down to eat today's rations. Some of them seem to depart into the tunnel, and they seem to be looking for something.
How big is the camp?
Very small, it's just a couple of tents, and the crew seem to sleep in the forest.
Oh. Is it possible to tell how many crews there are?
Yeah, there's a total of 3 that you can see. 2 riding some kind of beasts and 1 on the ground. He's carrying a spear and some kind of claw.
Is it possible to see what's inside the tunnel?
You peek inside and it's just darkness. The fire gets more and more dissipates the closer you get to the tunnel. It is apparently beyond your reach. You do, however, sense an entity so powerful that it terrifies you. Something from beyond, or something that is not human, is down there, deep, deep, deep under the earth.
She feels that this. She feels herself drawn to this something in the darkness. Even as she feels the lungs in her, the air in her lungs start to run out, as she gazes deeper into the fiery water, and it draws her in, and with a great effort of will, she finally manages to pull back, to break free, and she falls back, shocked and fearful, but also with a sense of pride that she succeeded and she got the information she needed. And she will wait for everyone to finish everything to report.
As you open your eyes, you will again look down, you will see your runes and your various trinkets and cards on the ground in your cup of water. Everything feels so mundane. The psychic energy has disappeared from the objects. You have spent the energy for now. You pick your items back up and put them in your pouch. Everyone standing around you just looks down at you casually as if nothing happened. And you slowly get back up.
Well, what did you see?
Yeah, eventually after clearing the foliage on the ship, everyone would meet to get a report from the Psyker. As Matthias will say, well, Daryl, the man asked you a question.
There are less of them than I thought. I saw a small camp. Two rogue traders barking at orders. 2 massive beasts with guns on them and 3 crude. There may be more people in the mine. I couldn't tell. I couldn't look deeper into it. There was some kind of massive alien psychic presence inside of it. But I can tell. I could say that they were not expecting an attack. They seemed relaxed, confident.
Can you say what sort of alien presence you felt? Have you felt it before?
No, nothing of the sort. It was... I'm not sure if it's alien to humanity, or if it's alien to this world. To this reality.
Well, And that's comforting to know.
I can't say more certain now.
So essentially, there is shitstorm down there, but we don't know what type it is.
That is an accurate description.
Oh, must be Tuesday.
Must be. Now, how far away would you say that from the cave entrance their encampment is? As Matthias would pull out some parchments and write down your rough estimation of their positions and encampments. You get a feeling that he's somewhat of an advanced navigator, not in the mutant turn of phrase, but actual navigating the land.
It's not very far. There's a winding road leading to it. It's difficult to describe distances.
Winding the road, difficult to describe. Use your words,
Use what?
Use your words. Use your words, girl.
It's
As
not
he
far.
seems to-
I couldn't tell you more. I saw it in a way that I have forgotten how to use a site that I have forgotten how to use. It's been a long time. I'm kind of used to seeing road differently now.
Okay.
Well, is there barricades? Is there guards? Is there trolls?
I saw no such things. Perhaps they're hidden, but nothing in the open.
Well, I might be able to spot them on the ships and aspects should we start a bombing run. From what you describe of the terrain, it will not be an easy landing, but we will have to do. Rick, I suggest you prepare your weapons. The moment our ship's gates will open, you will be most likely on the front line, alongside with the girl. I do suggest you strap in and search for cover.
Oh, so apparently I'm first in.
No.
I'm Winston.
You will be manning the battle cannon. You're the only one capable of. As he remembers your attempt at firing the Draplin and Lime Saint marksmanship.
He's not wrong.
Yet I guarantee you even someone of your skills will be capable of hitting something.
Perhaps I
That
could.
kind of sounds like it's a bit of a.
Perhaps I could aid him with his shooting, enhance his senses, and lend him a glimpse of the future. But,
Didn't you say you don't know how to shoot a gun?
I don't. Well,
And you wanna shoot
I do, but only if it's very close to me, or if I use some kind of aid. But I can. I don't need to know how to shoot a gun to use my powers to share the visions that I see with others, and then they can take into account the shots that they have not yet covered and correct for the mistakes not yet done.
You hear that, Reinhardt? Ready to accept some warp-infused vengeance?
The warp is good. It's useful. We use it all the time.
The fact you simplify it so much, and the fact that you, in some aspects, you're not wrong, angers me, Rick.
What? Why else would I simplify it so much? There's no need for big explosions of words when it's just truth.
Your simplicity is sometimes very concerning.
To you,
Anyway, Rydart, coordinate with the Sniper to your wish. Whether you accept her assistance or not is up to you.
you see, I'm only saying that you should probably let her on the ship because I feel like she's gonna get shot immediately and die, and I don't want that to happen. At least too
That is
soon.
correct. Scyther, you're free to deploy as you see fit. We know not a lot about your capabilities.
Yeah, this will prove how useful you are. Or you die. That's always an option.
She's trembling slightly. I'm ready to do my part, whatever is needed of me.
Say it with more pride, or at least confidence. At least try to hide the fact as he points to your hand shaking.
Yeah, she's shaking, like her body's trembling slightly. I could cover the exit point in a shield, perhaps provide some cover for everyone exiting the ship. I feel that's likely to be of the greatest use.
That works.
Whatever you do, be useful. Rydart, man the battle cannon.
Taika,
Yes.
there is no need to worry. If things go awry, I will grant you the Emperor's mercy.
You're saying
she
like
stares at him, like she stops shaking and now stares at him.
Charming as ever, Rykard.
Alright, you don't say that to people.
There is no need. Is he at Commissar close?
Oh yeah. It's an Inquisition, which means he's not really, but he used to be a commissar, so I'm pretty sure he's still gonna do it.
Does he have any attributes of a commissar? Like
He has a bolt gun.
Nah, he's a full commissar outfit, hat, everything.
Yep, everything.
Cloak. And he's terribly unironic, like just proudly declaring he would give you the Emperor's mercy, and he probably means it well.
She takes a few steps backward from him, and she's like, "There's no need. There's no need. I'm good at controlling my powers. There's no risk. There's certainly no risk."
He'll walk up to her, put his hand on her shoulder and say, "Don't worry, if it comes to it, he will make sure."
She remains unmoving entirely, like completely frozen.
You see, this is why I don't want you to talk to people.
Only nods, like barely perceptibly, like a tiny nudge of her head.
He's being nice.
Chills will come down your spine as you feel the seriousness of what he's saying, as you realize that this might be the end of your life.
I'm noticing the anxiety Matthias says before going to the bridge and manning the pilot seat. Don't worry, that's his way of looking out for you. He's he did execute our previous fighter, but do not worry, he likes you.
He does? I'm assuming we're not near him right now.
Yeah, I would probably tell you this out of the air or through your microbead, as from his you hear him whispering to your ear through your microbead, but no sound or his whatever vestiges remain for lips to even be called lips would move.
Alorina would follow you. She like, the first excuse to get out of the commissar's presence. He likes me. I couldn't tell. I thought he was was wary of my power. I
Ah.
know in the guard that the commissars they often end psychers at
Don't
avoid
worry.
trauma.
Don't worry. A bolt gun solves all issues.
It is normal for us not psychically imbued to look at your kind with suspicion and concern. But Reinhardt will not shoot you without reason, so don't give him one. Do not test his patience. And if you are to live long enough, you will see his small tips that discern his concern and hatred for a person.
She takes a few long breaths and seems to calm down a little. I will prove myself here. I will not die. We will succeed on this mission.
As Matthias's skull opens his jaw, incense plumes come out of it as if to exhale in improvement. Very oily in smell and taste if it gets into your mouth. Now, get yourself strapped. We're about to lift off.
The weapons battery commands are they far away from the exit?
It's right below the deck, the battle cannon that Reinhardt will use. It will take you no more than a few seconds to reach the back of the ship.
Perhaps.
I hope you didn't miss your cardio.
I did my best. Let's go.
And with that, we prepare for liftoff. Martin?
Alright. You will initiate the rite of ignition, and the engine roars. First a little hum, and then it grows and grows. Finally, the ship will lift off the ground, and you take your stations, and you can actually control exactly where you want to fly on the map. So you will feel this roaring noise and vibration as a ship begins to rise. Suddenly the leaves will start falling down out of the windows. You can see them one by one falling. You can see the ground underneath you. The ship slowly rotates, hitting a few branches before hovering slightly above the tree line. Down there, if you look out the windows, you can see the local tribespeople waving, racing their spears up towards you. The engines roar, and you begin to move. You can move your token wherever you want. Make sure that you're careful, and anyone can attack you if you move close enough.
Oh, no point in sugarcoating this.
Ignore the distance.
No point of sugarcoating this or taking additional precautions. Move fast and move hard. We're going to try to take them by surprise with maximum speed to end sensors at max awareness to identify their presence and shoot at them towards the mines here.
You just fly straight forward.
should we master our presence? May take a bit more time. Ooh,
I'm just asking.
We fly up, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
We beyond the clouds. You take in a pit just before we enter the clouds, and then after I would judge that we would be above the mine or above the rough location of the mine, we would escape the clouds and basically dive bomb.
You want a Stuka?
A lighthouse will
And
try it.
you'll hear across the calm, far, far, far. Right. Far, far, far.
So first you're gonna hear the roaring of the engines, and there's this vibration. You expect to be going forward, and you just see the tech priest holding in the throttle to go straight up. The ship goes higher and higher. Finally the trees start to grow smaller and smaller. The skies start to grow. Finally, you're hovering above the clouds. Turning on your auspex and vision sensors, you will see a black and white signature of the ground beneath you. As you slowly hover towards the river, you can see it as a completely black line underneath you. Across the river, you remember where they stood. Suddenly, a heat signature. One creature starts to run towards the cave. You can see the long limbs, the sporadic jumping betrays the nature of this creature. It is not human.
No, you don't, you bastard. As the vehicle begins to dive bomb and the creature looks back up, sees the clouds as the clouds part and sees the conflict with the battle cannon underneath it taking its position. And
roll initiative.
Nice.
As long as you're in the you use the ship initiative. Whoever wants to roll, you can roll. Pilot, you should roll.
Oh shit. Supposed to click the ship. And I also failed my initiative. What's that?
A shot has gone out and has hit with success of 2 with damage of 27 pen 0.
Also, another plus 20 right up because you are manning the turret.
Have you ever rolled initiative, Tavi?
Yes?
I don't see it. Oh, there it is, 4.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Got it. You get a surprise round. As you dive from the skies, whoever is down there can see this terrifying visage of just a silhouette, like a black, almost like a huge bird, and a streak of clouds behind it. Thrusters accelerating it really quickly as a huge roar from the cannon echoes through the forest. 27 damage.
So you sure? Are you using the ship's cannon, Reinhardt?
Sorry?
Are you using the ship's cannon?
Yeah, it's the battle cannon. The
Yeah.
ship.
Okay, yeah, it's the battle cannon.
The ball
it's
game,
good. Yeah,
That's good.
27, blast 10, concussive 3.
Alright. Let's do this. So first off, it's a surprise round. I'm not going to give him a dodge chance. He's just running through the forest, looking up. Now, that is a hit. And it doesn't matter where you hit it. What's the explosive on this thing?
Blast 10.
Blast 10?
Blast 10, yeah, this is an artillery. We put it in not for ship warfare, but it's originally.
27 damage, are you sure? No penetration?
No penetration.
Any other effects?
Concussive 3.
Concussive 3?
Yeah.
Lol.
Rising with blast 10.
Yeah, no, he's sleeping, bro. You can see this ragdoll as the ground explodes as if something was planted underneath the ground. 2 trees fly up in the air, start like spinning around, hitting a rock. This creature, whatever it is, comically jumps straight up in the air, ragdolls with arms flailing out to the side, hits one of the trees, bounces off and lands on the ground. Badly injured, but not dead.
Did you get it?
Unconscious for many rounds. As you dive, you can do an awareness test.
Cool. Does the ship have sensors that I can use them with the MIU to further interest my sight?
Yes.
There should be
Not a
3
blaster.
crude and 2 creatures. They could be hiding in the forest.
Well, you blasted one right. Let's see if we get another one of these bastards. Success with 5. Oh, I rolled athletics. Never mind. Let me do some quick maths. Actually, it's pretty much... Yeah, it's still the same result. Success with 5.
You will see 2 creatures, 2 Groots, 2 rogue traders, one of them getting up from a chair. He's got his recap in his hand and he still seems to be in shock as he's just holding on to the cup of recap while the guy is flying up in the air. You look a little bit up and you see him still standing there just holding the recap up to his mouth, just frozen in shock. You'll get 1 more weapon attack.
Rick, man the autocannons, twin length autocannons. Just roll your ballistics with plus 50.
Alright.
Plus 60 due to range. No, plus 50. My bad. Who are you shooting at?
Success with 2.
I'll go for the crew, because that's the bigger target, so it might be...
Oh, sorry, Rick. Oh, sorry, my mistake.
You hear this thundering roar. You feel the vibrations in the ship. You can see whatever is loose wires start winding and dangling back and forth. There's this huge flash of light. You've never fired this gun in atmosphere before, and it's just blinding. It's like this explosion in front of the windscreen. And everything just turns yellow, smoke everywhere.
10 shots escaped the twin-length autocannon, blasting the ground, but 3 of them hit their mark.
Dang.
Rick is just kind of like doing the yell as he's firing. Like, where did you find this? I have more!
Alright, let's go, 1 by 1. So, 18, pen 6. Any more? Keep rolling.
21, pen
21, pen 6. And 24, pen 6.
Is that all?
6. Yep.
What?
Hey, I'm surprised he managed to hit 3 times. Come on.
It's pretty good. But is it enough? Let's see.
I don't think it's enough, but it's hurt at least.
Aller in nervous excitement. Did you hit anything?
Probably.
The thing is injured but not dead. Some of the shots will go into the ground underneath it, explode. You see several of the trees like 1 by 1 getting cut down. 1 branch, 1 stem. Just the whole forest just turns into shrapnel. You have incinerated part of it and it's starting to burn as well. The Grox is gonna... Go ahead.
Girl, didn't you say you had a trick with a shield? Why don't you deploy that force field below us? Around the ship.
It's stationary. We need to stop moving then.
The ship is pretty stationary. Do that.
That's all the dialogue I'm giving you for 1 turn. The ship is going to turn its nose up and fly straight forward because that's the only way you can go.
Yeah, that's true.
The Groot is going to try to attack you. Do a elevation move if you would like.
I would. Modifier to the ship was minus 20, was it?
No, it's the previous ship.
Oh.
Think this is a flat. Don't you have the stats saved?
The stats for the previous ship?
For this one.
The current one's not.
Should have. I think it might be minus 20. Go for that.
Okay, got it. No, not 50. I wish I had a modifier of 50. Success with 3 additional. Up to 4 shots I'm able to dodge if it does not have inescapable.
3 additional. He has inescapable.
Oh, keep in mind, minus 10 to hunter down and another minus 10 as he shoots at low altitude target. Unless he has a AA quality on his gun. Entire.
Minus 10 because he's not hunkering down.
No, I have hull down, which makes the ship smaller.
Oh. Nice. Minus 20 then.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. It's gonna be a minus 10 to your dodge.
Success with 2.
Success with 2. Okay, you can hear the huge autogun firing. Luckily for you, your evasive move managed to make it miss. Well done. The other, rogue trader is going to attack as well. Oof. Huge miss. It is your turn again.
I will attempt to go back for another bombing run.
Is it the next turn?
It is the next
Yes.
turn.
Can you enhance us by perchance?
Yes. Let's see. Wait. I'll just roll it.
That would just bring us up for another pass. We have 3 more rounds for the battle cannon.
Got it. We did unload it.
Everyone who is involved in operating, he gets brief flashes of the future, of how things would play out if we took the actions they're planning to take, and everyone has 3 rerolls until the next of next turn.
Nice.
Okay, nice. Now we're talking.
Next round, we're gonna try to make quick, except for the descriptions. It's your turn.
Right after then we'll focus on the rogue trader. He may have better weapons. Bless him.
Okay. Bringing it into line and firing.
Let's see how we do.
It fires and it hits with 1 degree of success. And for some reason I don't seem to have the damage.
Nice. I'm gonna try and evade this time. He does succeed in his dodge, so he's gonna dodge a total of 4 meters. And you have blast 10 meters, so that's
What a shame.
That's not enough.
that doesn't fucking matter. You don't hit him in the forehead, but
Damage 27, 0 penetration.
damage 27.
Concussive 3, don't forget.
Oh,
You live
concussive 3.
artillery, don't you?
Concussive 3. Yikes. He's sleeping. He's flying and he's sleeping. But he's not dead.
Well, you're free to mow them down whoever you want. Come up.
You will see another event of the cannon firing as you're diving down. This time you can hear the rattling of the ship as you're like charging in through the air resistance. You're not used to this kind of turbulence. Even though it's shaking, you manage to line up the cannon. A perfect shot. He is wise from watching his friend fly, and he tries to run, but it's not fast enough. The ground, moss, rocks, dirt flies up in the air. This huge fireball is going to erupt from the ground. It looks like he stepped on a mine, because it's just running and suddenly it just flies up and spins around, hits the tree, bounces off, and it's going to be sleeping for quite a while.
Okay, yeah, Molo.
Do you have any more guns?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm shooting mine, and I will keep shooting the crew that I shot before.
Rick, light them up.
Yes, sir. Ooh, step with 5.
Oh my god, we're not rerolling that. We're definitely not rerolling that. I'm going for damage. Morten, if you want to dodge, that was your time.
Failure. Failure to dodge.
Oh, 6 shots?
Again, you see these explosions coming from the front of the ship. Again and again and again. It is just blinding. You can see the smoke filling the ground as the projectile is shot out, firing these puffs of smoke into the tree line. And the creature in front of you gets hit once. You can see a side of its leg gets blown off. It gets hit again. Head explodes. Leg explodes. And then finally you see the entire thing. And this huge fountain of blood just spurting everywhere. A couple of trees explode as well. The Groot stab off as well. And it is truly dead.
Keep stacking them up, Rich.
You take another flight above them. 2 more survivors. It is their turn, and they're gonna run full speed. The Groot is gonna get as far as he can away. The guy is trying to run towards the cave. It's your turn.
We got a runner, boys, as I take into sight the man that tries to reach the cave.
Yep, you're gonna make another U-turn. Quick, sharp turn. Back thrusters turn on, and you all feel this intense G forces as you make another run.
Oh, is it still keeping your lunch in one place?
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, doubles.
No.
Well, it's a 15, it's not that bad. Once the worst ship stops being powered.
Oh, okay, what's a 15 do? Oh, God.
It's just warp phenomenon, not even perils. We should be fine.
This is a warp run.
Hour of taint. All animals within 1d100 meters become spooked and agitators. Check the Psy skill to prevent.
You will see the entire forest just begin to move. Critters, every little imaginable critter and bird flies up in the air. A flock of birds will fly in front of your ship, and it will slightly obscure your vision. I'm going to give you a -20 on the next ballistic tests. There's just this huge, just ocean of birds taking off from every tree, flying up towards the ship.
Are insects also there?
Yeah, just this clouds of insects, everything.
Good enough, could be worse. We lost output at advantage, but we could still probably hit. How many rerolls do we get?
3 shared among everyone.
Okay, still 3. Okay, let's go. Right up. Holo.
Yep, I will shoot at the crew running away. That's 3. That's good. I say that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sick. I'm gonna try to dodge. I'm gonna give him a penalty. No. Oh god.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Reinhardt, what the
Oh fuck. Rykard.
Okay,
You just killed my mans. How do you want to describe this?
Poor bastard tried to run
Poor
away.
bastard. Poor bastard. That's a headshot.
With a battle cannon, god damn!
Man could feel the
He
impact
explode.
of crushing his skull before his body got disintegrated.
Yeah, no. Yeah, go ahead.
As the ship comes flying down through the atmosphere, called with wind and clouds going past him, what he called Ricard just goes doot, 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 and then what he called just focuses on this guy and goes, "Good night." He what he called as he actually watches essentially what he called if you've ever actually sort of seen like a missile going in, what he called the cam on it, it's basically like that, and the guy just turns around with a shocked look in his face before it goes.
Nice. Yeah, it's like that Resident Evil intro, like zooming in on the eye, and then everything turns red. God, you guys are too young, you don't even understand.
No, I totally get it. It's
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. He's...
The chat, I got it for you. It's the remake.
Yeah. No. It's the intro, dude. No, it's the intro.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I shoot at the crew. The dodge, it failed, right?
No, he failed his dodge, the truth.
Alright, well, 3 rolls of damage, I guess? Yeah.
4 rolls due to that sighter.
Oh, yeah. Alright, roll.
So, got you. First shot, 25 pen 6. Oh my god, right. If it only was the first, we would have gotten that Righteous Fury, but we got matched with 28. 28 penetration 6, 23 penetration 6, 26 penetration 6, and 12 penetration 6. I think that guy is probably dead.
Yeah, he's done.
With most of the creatures dead or staggered, I would stop flying so hectically and put us in the hover mode as we just mow down the concussed opponents.
Nice.
So, do we still go through the rounds, or can we just assume we ended them?
Nah, there's no enemies left. Well, there's one running away. Do you want to catch him?
No, we shot at him to kill him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That, you said that crew was dead, so yeah. Yeah, that's the crew that I was shooting at.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, I killed both of
the,
I don't like leaving the tank ones alive, they scare me.
True. Alright, so you're following him, and 26. Let's see, he had taken no damage from before. Yeah, and then the toughness test, which he fails. Means he's sleeping, and is not dead.
No, the assault cannon doesn't have concussive.
Doesn't have the test. Then he is not dead. You have to do more, and remember to count the ammo that you spent.
Yeah.
Do you have
You're
more
doing that, alright? You still have 10 shots left before you need to reload.
For the other, with the twin link assaulting, you want me to keep shooting?
So, yeah, so one more round and you're gonna have to reload that. It's gonna be 3 turns. So, Made it worth it.
Alright, well, I shall
You
shoot.
right hard, you still have 10 rounds. Don't worry, he ain't loading anytime soon.
Alright, don't waste the bad cannon rounds. Let me just shoot him first. This is
I thought I had 2 rounds left.
No, Battle Cannon, I think you're looking at a Malta.
Right,
I'm assuming the
okay.
bugs are still there, so I'm just gonna take off that thing. Right? The swarm's still there?
Yup.
No, it's gone. That was just there.
Okay, mow him down, and we're gonna do mow him down.
Alright,
Right.
well, that is a success with 3. I think try and dodge.
That is a successful dodge.
Oh, they rolled that damage. Fuck, we should have. The dodge with how many degrees?
3 degrees.
Ah, that's all the shots. Right out. Hit him with the Battle Cannon. Right up. I'm gonna roll for him.
I'm gonna fire back.
Sure, I'm gonna Jin. Right heart hits.
Barely a success.
Hey,
I'm gonna
How did you do? You get a -10?
-10. Okay,
Mhm.
rolling. Oof, barely a success as well. Not success.
Did you count +10? -10?
Yes, it's
Ah,
with a
okay.
-10.
Okay. So you succeed. You manage to do a barrel roll and you barely avoid this automatic gunfire. And then you get closer and closer. What do you do?
Reitert, did you shot your shot?
No, I haven't.
Well, do it.
These whole. Well,
Remember to count the ammo as you're spinning it.
Yup.
you wish me to fire?
Blow him up.
I feel it's a bit of a waste of ammo, but
Tis not a waste when the Xenos falls.
right. So success with 3.
And success that the attempt out the second time.
Feather.
Ooh, 30 damage, penetration 0.
That's gonna do it. The creature will fly off into the mountains. Huge explosion. You take another round. Look at the dead bodies. You look at the signature. And at this point you're just hovering slightly above the tree line. Looking down, you will see the bodies laid out in the forest in front of you. You will spot one of the rogue traders slowly rolling around in agony. He's still alive, but stunned. What do you do?
Put us down.
I try to land as close to the transporter or trader as possible and as close to the mine as possible.
You will all hear the intense roaring of the engine as you're immediately turning on the lower downward thrusters, bringing your ship down to the ground. In the opening of the smoldering fire, everything is burning around you. You open the back hatch and it's like stepping into an inferno. The ground is on fire. The forest is on fire. In the corner of this scorched landing pad that you've made, you see this rogue trader assassin clutching at his vest, his battle vest. His helmet is off, broken, and he's moaning in agony. Ah! As he slowly turns over and spots you, you can see his one eye looking at you in panic. He tries to get up and is just stuck.
Matthias, psycho woman,
Yes.
secure that one. Back with me.
Yes.
We're gonna
Sure.
secure the other one. We're gonna secure the other one.
How many are left here? She looks around, weary.
Send the report to more alive. Don't worry. They won't suffer. They won't survive neither Rich nor Commissar.
Did you get all of them?
And they are quite adept at enacting vengeance.
All of them that are not inside the cave, because did the sensors scan the cave?
No.
All of them, they're not inside the cave. The cave's too deep for us to scan.
I see. And at that moment, she comes close enough for the body to like 6 meters, within 6 meters of the body, and immediately she bends over, retching and emptying her stomach on the ground. Oh, good.
You did pretty good for your first combat. You didn't kill anyone, which is kind of bad. But you did good.
Thank you.
You grab the man, he starts flailing with his legs, kicking up dirt. He tries like placing his boots into a hole to try to get stuck. But you drag him up, put his manacles on, and drag him to the ship.
Yeah, Matthias just grabs him by the throat with a metadendrite and says, "Swarming." As he just grabs right up tighter to the ship. Rich, Reinhardt, grab that Xenos bastard and kill him for me. He still owes me an arm.
Oh, that's the one that took your arm.
Let's see if you can get there in time. He's gonna wake up in a couple of turns.
Alright. Well,
What's your movement speed?
Rick's base movement speed is...
Run.
Oh, run 68 meters.
68.
Yeah, I have sprint. This is...
Damn. Do an athletics test for me. Flat.
Right. Okay, flat.
Mine is pathetic 36.
Successful 4.
So Rick, describe how you run extremely fast through this forest to find the creature before he wakes up.
Rick, knowing the general layout of where that creature is before and taking looking like a brief second, plotting out a general path to reaching where it was before, as he sees like the smoldering smoke from where the shots hit it, starts running really fast on the black grass, and he starts going from tree to tree, jumping off of them to keep off the loose jungle so he doesn't trip on any of the loose veins or anything, and starts just jumping tree from tree to tree to the stones, anything to not touch the regular ground so not to get tripped up by vein or random animals in there. Till he finds the target, then he just takes up his warhammer and raises above the head of it and smashes down.
You get an inspiration point, and with a huge thud, the creature is smothered into the ground. You can see the head sort of disappear, and you look back and no one saw you. You can't see anyone around you.
Turning around after killing the thing, kind of like wiping off the blood on the clean parts of its body, just starts heading back in the same direction. Did you know athletics?
No.
Alright. The job's done. It's dead.
As you're running back, you'll come across Rickard, who's going, well,
it's dead. Also, the jungle's more my environment. Don't feel bad as he just walks past them.
Nice.
Well, what about the ones that are the one that's still breathing? There's one, right?
No, those ones are super dead. They either got blown apart or blown apart by the cannon. The ones that are still alive are dead now. All that's left is that.
The
Wait,
road trader is still
road
alive.
Oh, we're capturing him, right?
Yeah.
Should we heal him? He looks really bad.
Kill him?
No.
I'll staple his flesh together to make sure he don't bleed out.
As long as he's stabilized and is not going to die anytime soon, it's fine.
He isn't even deserving of this little mercy we offer him. Writer, could you possibly invade his mind?
Yes, I can. I was.
How about you require some information for us? Henry, as the Metadendrite grabs him by the head, he will be a good boy and won't fight back, won't you? As his skull, his face that is more of a skull turns and these luminescent eyes fill his face with the colors of them.
She will step closer to him and kneel down right in front of him and stare into his her blind eyes into his one remaining one, and his blind up all messed up face. I think I should put it like this.
While she does that, of course, I instruct Ulu and I have to keep an eye on the cave entrance and shoot everything that comes out. It's not our ally.
Now, is the twin cannon in the direction of the cave?
Yes.
The yellow cannon thing, because I just want to shoot anyone if they try to come out.
Yeah, just go back into the ship and point the autocannon.
Yep, that's what it's going to do in case anything comes out that cave.
Okay, and it's a psychic phenomena.
Oh boy, again?
Oh shit!
Again?
Because the first time I didn't enter it correctly, so I'm counting the second one.
It's up to you, Morten. Do we count the first or the second one?
Oh, what?
Lyrics rolled twice, and first one was the target was incorrect. And the second one, it's a psychic phenomenon. Which one do you want to consider as the first roll?
Do the one where you roll with correct values, of course.
Okay, psychic phenomena it is.
And she, because it's a bad one, she's going to use. She's going to spend a fate point, and she will use the highest power talent to cut off the power.
That only happens to if you roll a warp, the perils of the warp, not warp phenomena.
I think both. Let me check. I believe it's both.
Yeah, that was to save you from taking the worst of it. This is just kind of regular-ish stuff.
Anyway, 57.
Astropath may spend a fate point to ignore result on psychic phenomena.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that works. Yep, use it.
What's the talent called again?
Warp lock.
Oh, you have warp lock?
It's bound to the highest power. It's Astropath specific thing. Let me post it.
I don't remember what is that? That's not a talent. Is it from? Where's?
Is it the navigator thing?
It's an astropath thing.
Yep, astropath.
Oh, it's an astropath thing. Okay.
Astropath may spend a fate point to ignore a psychic phenomenon. Yep.
Oh, it's because you're an astropath. Okay.
Yeah, special little stuff.
Interesting.
I mean, for talent, whatever it's called.
Winces and clutches her head, distancing her momentarily from her victim. But she doesn't let up, and she tries to do the same thing again.
Nice.
Oh, now that's better. Wow. Man, you rolled low enough to know this entire guy's backstory. What the fuck? That's success with a 13 additional. So tell us about his entire life, his career. Tell us
No,
from the point
it does.
of-
It doesn't. That's just a telepathic link. It's not
Oh,
mind scan. But it still should. Let me see.
Surface thoughts, not just probing it.
Let's
Ah.
see. More information is gained overall.
So you gotta connect to their mind before you probe. I mean, stab straight into it.
Oh
No,
wait,
what
I
do
did it wrong. I did only pair 1. Okay, that's crappy.
Okay.
there is not a lot
Right,
of
what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's move. We're spending too much time on this.
I get the bastards looking at the looks of the navigator. Probably she had failed to obtain any information. I grab him and lift him onto a wall. How many of them are inside the cave?
Do an interrogate test. -20.
Oh no, this isn't an interrogation. This is an intimidation. The promise before the pain. If it's okay.
Do it anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna inspiration that.
Nick, do me a favour.
Yes,
Break his leg.
but I'm on the gun.
Flat success. Flat
One of us
success.
has to be watching the cave.
He will eventually break and tell you that there's a squad of 4 people in there. He doesn't know where they are. They've been gone for hours.
Thank you. As I throw him into one of the cages, give my last pistol to one of the tech adepts, instruct him. If he becomes disobedient as much as even flinch at you in the wrong way, just shoot him. No warnings required. As for the rest of you adepts, keep the machine running, and if there are any opposition, blast them with the weapons. But this ship does not leave the ground before we reach back.
They will take your word seriously, and you will leave. Stand by the ship. What do you do?
So,
Well, it's time to enter Alexio safe house, I guess.
Mines of the shop and the Alexio's safe house.
Alright,
Let's see what it holds in store. And Rick's gonna start heading in there.
alrighty.
Oh wait, take a flashlight or something would be to light stuff so I don't die from darkness.
Do you want to prepare a camp, make some preparations before do anything at all? Let me know.
No, we don't know.
No, we're on the time thing, so we're going straight in there.
I instructed the tech adepts to keep the ship running and to man the guns. That's it. That's all the preparations we need.
As you go through the jungle, you can hear the squishing of your boots in the wet ground. Moving towards the mountain, there is a camp with a floodlight, a couple of tents, some crates of supplies, various baskets filled with food gathered by the Xenos, by the crews who are very adept at hunting and have no doubt kept them alive here for days, if not weeks. The place has nothing of interest, really. As you look inside the cave, it is wet and you feel this cold breeze coming from behind. You look inside and you can hear a waterfall somewhere deep inside. As you go in, you can see the waterfall and this very sharp entrance with spiky rocks.
Alrin will be going last, but with the auspex clutched in her hands, and constantly checking for what it is showing.
As you step inside, you can hear this squeaking of rubber boots against this wet stone. These are dark caves, and some of the stones glow with some kind of luminescent moss leading the way into the cave. It's quite beautiful if it wasn't so cold and inhospitable. And you realize right away that this place is way bigger than you thought. The first few tunnels bear witness to natural stone, but there are signs of human excavation and that humans have been here.
Okay.
Do you want to continue?
Yes, but we need to go in a certain direction. Matthias will stop the group and say, "Hold here. I need to figure out where these bastards have gone to." And I will do so because this is a cave and it's cold. Usually excavations create a lot of heat. So this would deform the stone on the ceiling if it's low, and the one underneath them. Can I see any stone that was displaced recently or is more loosened than the rest of the caves to figure out in which direction they must have gone?
First off, guys, roll a d100. Any of you.
Ooh. Well,
This is a random event, guys.
Okay.
To the guys who are new, the higher you roll, the worse it is.
Uh-oh.
oh, well, right up.
57.
57.
57. Noted. Do a
Survival.
you move forward and you look for rocks that are broken. You do find a place, and in fact it leads to a cliff that goes down. There seems to be these small platforms leading further and further down. Do any of you have grapnel online?
Everyone except me, I bet.
I know you lost one, but
Thank you. Thank you for remembering that.
Yep, grapple online. Yes, I do.
anyone could do a navigate surface test -50. You look down and it is very difficult to figure out how you would continue. It is dark, difficult to see. Whoever does it is the score, is the result that counts. So you need to find out who is best at navigating.
Anyone that can assist me? Probably me. I'm the best at
I
navigating.
can assist you, but I'm useless.
Okay, minus 40.
Oh, finally I succeed. Would 80 meters of unnatural senses help? Notice anything there?
Say again?
80 meters of unnatural senses.
You get a minus 40 instead.
Minus 40. I'll take that. Thank you.
That's pre-Necessians.
Go ahead and describe how exactly you help them, Arlene.
She will try to describe in as much detail as possible what she sensed inside of that dark passage.
I'm gonna do an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I already used a faith point for a +10. Nice! Success with 3.
Sick. You're all led by the tech priests deeper and deeper down the cave. Using ropes, you'll begin to climb further and further down. All of you can choose either an athletics test or acrobatics. You get a +20 from the Predator's success. A plus 30, rather. And you get a minus 10, so that's a plus 20 in total. If you have grapple online, you get another plus 20, so a total of plus 40.
I got a grapple. Okay, plus 40.
If you have a grapple online, you get a plus 40. If you don't, you get a plus 20.
How heavy is...
Ooh, success with 9.
Yeah, Rick, you will just fly down there, like hanging off the rope with one hand, easily landing on the rocks, jumping down. This is easy for you.
The pet priest approaches the Psyker as he classified it.
Success with 9.
Same, Richard. You literally just jump down, easy peasy.
Oh my.
Yep, you two are in.
Matthias approaches the Psyker thinking that she may not be capable of doing so, and says, "Do you think you're capable of doing this?"
I think I can do it. Yes, I trained for this. I'll do it.
And he
off she goes.
And he watches in amazement her actually stick the landing and not landing on her ass, and saying, "Well, Omniscience shows me miracles every day."
With a thud, you land in a puddle. Some of the muddy water splashes up on your pants. You look down. This glossy, wet, rocky ground lights up as your flood lamps and whatever headlights you have start to light up your surroundings. It is extremely dark and difficult to see. A noise can be heard from above. Seems to be some kind of flying creature. It takes a single round over your heads. What do you do?
I attempt to intimidate and show it that it's not the alpha here.
How?
Wait 1 second, there was a name for this. Right of chastisement. No, apologies. Lashings of Suffering is a enchantment that tech priests, by using their vocal units as ultrasounds, basically reminds the weak creatures that it has no purchase here, and that if it values its life or the pain to stop, it better move away from us. At least in lore, that is. And so, Matthias will attempt to intimidate it as such. Any modifiers?
No.
Disturbing voice, also.
You let out this shriek, horrible, gut-piercing shriek, and you see the birds. These strange flying creatures fly off into the distance, and you continue further down. The path narrows. You step into water that is about waist high, and you keep walking, wading through this water. It seems to be where people have gone, as you can see various metal rings sort of attached to the side of the wall. Runes have also been etched here from a long time ago, washed out by the running water. There is something beyond this place, but you don't know what. You can all sense something moving in the water. Suddenly a little splash, little bubbles appearing. And who is walking first?
Well, I'd say Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, you feel something suddenly gnawing at your leg. What do you do?
Rick immediately reaches down to try and pull up whatever is gnawing at his leg.
Roll initiative.
Roll dance for chiefs.
What, do you want me to swing my hammer? I'm gonna hit my own foot.
Wow.
Alright.
Okay, let's roll initiative, gentlemen.
Bad roll.
How do I change from agility to perception?
Anytime you want to roll.
There is a custom button where it says 1d10.
Oh, I got it.
Right. Just add plus your perception bonus.
Just, yep. Whatever that is, plus your perception.
Anytime you want to roll. Jesus Christ, every single time I'm really low.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah, your rolls are definitely wrong. It doesn't add the agility bonus.
Hey, at least you get to see what everything else happened first before you take your action.
For some reason, I can't. Like I select my token, but it doesn't. It says I can't. I didn't select it.
Try now.
Or without this also. Did it go? No.
I don't think it's tied to the character sheet for some reason. I don't know why that happens. Anyway, I'm gonna roll for you. The token, control you, and then whatever your result is. What's your result?
5. 10.
10. Boom. Alright, guys. Tavi, you go after this creature has gone once.
Yep.
Who do we have here? Oh, Joe. Nice. Joe, you're in a cave. Creature is biting your legs. Go. Boom. You're in the scene.
Nice.
Doggo. You're deep in the jungle. You're looking for Alexio's cave. The Inquisitor's acolyte who discovered the secret of this world. And you're currently being eaten by some kind of bug under the water. I'm gonna roll initiative for you.
Ripsaw's going to start shooting at it.
Not surprised.
Everyone get out of the water as I...
Oh, it's like 100 meters of water behind you, 100 meters in front of you. There ain't no getting away. You can try to climb up the walls on the side. That's the only option.
Yeah, in that case, time to do or die, gentlemen.
Data Predator after I attack. So let's see. Olu, would you... no, you already did not dodge. It got a surprise round. Free attack.
Right to grab it.
Yeah, free attack. And it's gonna attack your... It's gonna bite your groin. So it's climbing up the side of your leg. It looks like a vine, but then it opens up and you see that it's some kind of snake-like creature, some kind of eel. It is attached to something bigger because it has really a lot of force to it, and it immediately goes up your leg, bites, and cold, singeing pains just flow through your body. The bite hits well and does a total of 15 impact damage. Penetration 2. Do a -10 toughness test.
Alright, let me calculate the damage first. 15? Penetration 2, right?
Yep.
Alright, so 5 gets through.
-10.
Alright, -10 toughness? Alright.
Yeah.
It is also going to grapple you, doing a post toughness test.
Wait, isn't it a strength test?
Yes.
Alright, so 1 toughness and 1 at grapple. Yeah. 1 toughness, 1 straight out. Right. Here's the toughness.
You can all now see Rick struggling to stay up as something is biting him.
Anything
really
on
uncomfortably.
the strength?
It's unopposed. Roll normally. Flat
I
success.
Unfortunately.
will use my inspiration because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not losing.
Okay.
Success with 3. Okay, I feel better.
I got success with 4, unfortunately. I rolled a nat 4. It is a strong thing. It's gonna keep grabbing your groin, and you're currently standing wide stance with this thing like attached out of the water splashing around violently, splashing up your legs, and it is biting tighter and tighter. The pain is undescribable.
Can I say words, or is it so much pain that I can't say words?
Absolutely.
It's biting my dick.
You get an inspiration point.
Why did it hit my dick?
Då Peter, go ahead.
Matthias will approach as a friend zone is injected into him, saying, "Now sit still, Rich. You don't want me missing." As he attempts to attack the serpent creature, unaware that it's connected to perhaps something bigger. If I miss it,
You get a minus 20 to hit. Its size is puny.
That's true.
Please don't hit me in the dick, man.
If you miss, you could hit Rick.
I'm so sorry in advance in case unfortunates happen. It is what it is, Rick. You know how it is.
Are you shooting between his legs from behind?
No, I think. Are you using the sword or using a gun?
I'm using the flail.
Oh damn. That's really inaccurate. Okay.
Actually, it's quite surprisingly accurate, but yeah, hopefully I don't...
Roll it and see.
God damn, roll the fucking
Roll
attack.
it and see if I get hit in the dick. No!
Flail of chastisement. More like flail of castration.
No, you know what? Maybe the Emperor wants him to really have children. I'm gonna be a good boy and use a fate point.
Maybe the Mechanicus can make him a metal one afterwards.
It's much better. Metal, that's based.
That's heresy.
Oh, barely. Family
Oh.
jewels have been saved.
Yeah, it's like inches away from your jewels. Crown jewels, as this flail just like the tech priest starts swinging it around violently above your head. You're looking up wide-eyed at this huge flail swinging over your head. Swings down, just barely grazes your body. You can feel the flail, but it is a hit.
You can feel the mono blades just inches away through cutting through your uniform. Too close for comfort, certainly.
The snake-like creature is hit in the head. Crippling succeeds.
Then it succeeds. It avoids the damage. Oh, he failed.
No, it fails as cripple. It fails to post a cripple.
No, triple is just... It just happens.
Oh yeah, it's 2 damage per round. Yeah.
No, if it takes a full action, but snare is a thing. Roll me an agility.
Oh, the nasty combination.
You.
Does it? Did we agree on a minus 20, or was it a flat?
It's a flat.
It's a flat. That's
way I did it.
yeah. That's a success.
Oof. The mono blades do not dig into its slippery, mucus-like form deep enough in order to hold it in one place, but it certainly has been cut. Hopefully.
Awesome.
I have a very important question. Is it still gripping?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Well, it cannot dodge, gentlemen. Take your chances.
Like this.
Nothing to lose.
How many of these creatures can she feel around?
You don't know. Go. It's your turn.
With her natural senses? No, only one.
You gotta go quick. You don't see anyone else.
Okay. Dominate this thing with the command. Let go.
Got it. You use the power. It is immune to mind-altering effects. Rick, go.
Well, Rick is going to try and rip it off his butt. Wait, no, he's gonna try and swing his warhammer, right? Because ripping it is gonna cause more damage. I feel like.
Wait, you're in the raffle. You must either use that acrobatics to get out of it, or take control of that raffle.
I will do the acrobatics. Is there any minuses?
No, it's flat. You'll have to do it flat.
Yeah, you just gotta succeed.
Yes! Yes!
Hallelujah. How do you do it? Yeah, I'm gonna say just grab its jaw, literally open the jaw with your hands, just in total panic. It lets go of its grip, and you step back.
First time Rick's ever been hitting the balls.
Go ahead, Rickard. We're now gonna do 15-second rounds. Everybody gotta be quick. Prepare your action in advance. Cool descriptions. You can go as long as you want at the end of the round. Go.
So Rickard is basically going to cover the other side, in the front, and basically ready in action. Anything that moves is going to get whacked.
Ripsaw, go ahead.
I'm just going to toss a
Snake-like
grenade.
creature coming out of the water.
Oh, I'm just going to throw it at him.
Alright. See, can I dodge? It's puny, you get a -20 to it.
I'm still smacking in the face.
What?
Die, bastard.
Grenade. It's only weakness.
Wait, how close is this thing to me?
Oh, dude!
Ah, shit.
Oh,
It's a
boy.
cave.
Ripsaw doesn't like nature. It doesn't matter who's close by.
Where you can just hear this pin get pulled, and then this plop in the water, and then the whole fucking cave fills with smoke, shrapnel, the rocks fly down from the ceiling.
Maybe
And,
he's not on the grenades adept.
That was my last one.
yeah, I'm just gonna say you've used a lot of grenades lately.
Can I dodge this?
Nah, now Nate, he succeeded on the roll, which means he's
thank
gonna
God.
throw it 3 meters away from you, and just so it hits the snake. That is a 12 damage. Nicely done. That is gonna hit the snake, and it's gonna injure it, but not kill it, unfortunately. Ripsaw. Or Data Predator. Data Predator.
I will try to hit it 2 more times, one with the flail and one because I don't have an arm. I'm missing an arm with the with the manipulator metadendrite. I flail at it in the water, but I seem to miss, while the metadendrite surprisingly hits it 6 times.
Nice.
Does it dodge or attempt to do anything?
No. Make it end right. Stab.
It's more like beat.
Three. Yep, that's gonna do it. The explosion damaged it a little bit. Finally, you step forward, and this mechadendrite sticking up above you is just gonna beat it again and again and again until finally you seem to dislodge something in it, and it just buckles and falls into the wall. At that moment, 2 more of these vines are going to erupt out of the water, seemingly agitated from what you did. Go ahead, Lankris.
Going to try to pick up one of the one that's fallen, and throw it into one of the living ones. And
Nice.
see if I succeed. 5. And the damage is this is a sail. That's just faster this way. I think it was.
That goddamn octopus.
It's a tentacle creature, and we're females from anime, so we have seen enough, and I don't know where this is going.
Tentacles. I see where this is going.
Oh god. Lankus.
So it's
Let's
11
go
damage with 2 pen. It's Psychic Bolt, 1 attack.
Okay. How much?
11 with 2 pen.
11 to Ben, got it. You will strike it and you see it sort of slide back and forth. Slimy thing, it goes for you. Rick.
Well, Rick, to get his revenge, just kind of looks around and sees the other snake and just charges. Wait, how far is the other snake? I mean, other.
All of them are close to you, within reach.
No charging.
Oh
Okay.
wait.
Yep.
Sorry. It's also thrown 5 meters.
5 meters? Okay. It will be slung against the wall. And at this point you realize it's attached to something. As the thing just slides further down the cave and then immediately slithers back.
Oh.
Well, Rick is,
There may be something bigger in the water. Something this thing is attached to.
Well, where is it? Can I do Awaken Awareness to find the bigger body or not? Not possible.
Good, just go. It's your turn. You have very little time.
Also,
Oh, okay. I'll just go for one of the tentacles then if they're still up.
I'm gonna say that's your turn. Go ahead, Rickard, go. You have 15 seconds.
Okay, so Rickard is going to shout, "Out of the water! Out of the water! Let's move, move, move!" And is going to fire his last pistol, what do you call it, multiple times at the little sort of squiggly thing. And hold on. Sorry, please bear with me.
I'm gonna start their turn then.
Yeah, no worries.
The tentacle monster is going to attack you, Rick.
I'll attempt to dodge.
Once again, it is going for the groin.
Oh my god!
No children.
it's not a plant, is it?
And that's a success.
Alright, any inescapable or any minuses to dodging?
Yep. There is minus 20 to do.
Alright,
Yeah.
But, what?
Sorry, so that's 14 damage,
Yes!
10, 7,
Yes!
and it's not this. 14 damage, pen 7, 11, pen 7.
Got it. So as the thing grabs for Rick, it slides up his chest. He like pushes it away with his elbow, pushes it in your direction. It just pops up in front of you, and you can see this funny face-like thing on at the end of it. It seems to be some kind of eye that it's sensing with. You can actually see out of these eyes. As you see that eye, you pull up your last pistol, and it just turns into red mist. Last one is gonna attack you, Ripsaw. You have minus.
No,
Let's see.
I don't want to be on Japanese TV.
You have minus 10 to dodge. Japanese TV.
Hey, is it aiming for his balls? Please say yes.
I don't have it.
It always aims for the balls. The
Oh,
answer is
thank
yes.
God, I thought it was just only me. This is
Nah. We used a technical term groin here. Let's not get dirty.
Oh,
This one
yeah.
has no balls whatsoever. Those are gone.
No, she's saying there is no target. You're saying there's no target? It's gonna bite your groin, okay? Whatever is there.
Well, too bad, I dodged.
Is the official canon right now that there is just nothing to bite?
There's nothing to bite, there's
Oh,
only
God.
metal.
Too much information. So you got nothing down there at all.
Nothing at the motors, gears, wires, pretty much that's it.
So you're
Poor
a
guy.
Kendall. You're a Kendall. Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, as I sidestep, I'm just gonna blast this thing in whatever face it has.
Absolutely. It is your turn. Go on.
Oh yeah, it's minus 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still hit anyway.
Nice.
That's with 3.
It takes 12 points of damage, penetration 4.
Ooh. Let's see how that does. Definitely injures it. You hit it once with a bolt gun, and it's going to fall into the cave wall, and it's just violent splashing of water everywhere, blood from this thing. It seems to be reacting very negatively to this. Data Predator, it's your turn.
I hit it with a flame, or I hit it with a flame. Does it attempt to touch or
No,
anything?
no. Yeah, it's done. You hit it with a flail. It erupts a part of this tentacle, and it just flies into the wall, explodes. There's this gooey mess running down the side of the wall, and finally you just hear these bubbles in the water underneath you. You stand there for a little while, look around you, until you hear nothing. Just the cold wind flowing through the tunnel. You spend some time sort of splashing around in the water, kicking in different directions, all of you armed. You form this ring and you like turn around paranoid, kicking the ground, firing a couple of times. You like throw your flail down in the water, trying to see if it lands on anything soft, and there's just nothing there.
Is this all of them? Oh god. Oh,
That is the worst creature I've ever fought in my life.
I believe so. I believe it didn't want you to have any offspring.
Why would the creature evolve to do that?
Are you okay? It bit you.
I will live and recover, I think.
Amazingly.
Are you
I'll
sure it
be
isn't
sure.
poisonous or something?
I don't feel anything. Actually,
Come over here.
Yes, but at the same time, it is quite funny.
Well, since you asked, there is poison.
You
It is.
son of a...
No, but I forgot, so it's fine.
Oh, was that what the toughness was earlier?
Oh.
Oh,
Alright. He goes over to Ripsaw since he's offered medical attention. I am not losing my kids to one to poison.
No.
Man really
And
is tender of a little line.
as you look around, all you'll see is Rickard sitting there pissing himself laughing.
Release your clothing restraint so I may operate.
Does anyone here know medicine?
Get over here.
oh,
As my mechadendrite, my medical mechadendrite pulls up with its freaking suture chain.
As a parental instinct, Matthias quickly takes his Medicaid mechadendrite and wraps the young navigator's eyes before the procedure happens, not knowing whether it will help or not.
Everybody subtract 1 food ration from your inventory.
Oh my god, I'm so good on food rations.
Oh. I just succeeded in Medicaid as I examine him. I'm just gonna like pull down his pants a little bit, start like messing around. It's like, okay, let's see a bite mark. An oozing. No. Hold still, let me take a blood sample directly right here. Just poke him in the thigh.
You get deeper into the tunnels before they open up, and it gets steeper. These sharp rocks and dripping water from above seems to intensify, leading the way down a treacherous underground landscape. From time to time, you can hear unfamiliar animal sounds, clicking, small feet pawing around, the flapping of wings. Every time there's a sound, a winged beast takes off from the wall and flies over you. They seem to be watching you. They have luminescent blue eyes, and as they fly over you, they occasionally let off a little croak. You feel something special about these winged creatures. You will stand there in the hall for a little while, just taking it all in. And before anything happens, I think that's where we can end it for this session.
Man, what a great session!
That was
Yes.
good. That was good.
Well, you know, it makes sense that the tentacle thing would aim for the groin. I'm not gonna lie.
Very effective, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Ah,
Panic-inducing.
Exterminate this entire species.
I'm not going to exterminate this species. This seems like a freaking practical prank right there.
I
Like,
will do it.
oh yeah, sit in
I will
the seat
do
right
all
here.
the men who have something left and make them kill this thing.
everyone's roleplay was on fucking point today, though.
It was so good.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that we were not even 20 minutes in and Morten threw us inspiration points? Well done, guys.
Yeah, great role-playing Lancris too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That was
I
awesome.
was worried. I was overdoing it a little.
No, you
But-
did.
No.
But with her backstory, it makes sense for her to be overwhelmed. Really, but this is her first mission.
I have no idea. I was not there in the beginning, so I can't say anything.
I'm sorry, by the way, for taking so long with everything. I'm not used to having so many powers. I kind of get lost.
Trust me, I used to play Psyker and it's good luck.
Honestly.
That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of spells.
It's sort of. I'm familiar with playing with Psyker, but I never got like this far in a campaign. So it was like, you have 3 powers. Well, yeah, play around with that.
Hey,
But
Honestly,
don't worry about it.
take your time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You can always just pop back later with, hey, I forgot this thing, or, well, it depends how much later.
Yeah, usually we're a lot more patient with Psykers because, there's a lot
Yeah.
of modifiers to add. You're doing maths in your head, not only the shit does it.
When I was playing the Psycho, I was doing it wrong. For a while.
I think I can do it like really
Hey,
much
my
faster.
man, I was a god. I wanted to use the power. It was overpowered. I wanted to use it.
Everybody gets 300 XP. Feel free to
Yes!
feel free to roleplay as you're walking through the cave. You have a few hours.
Nah, I think I'm going to here for me, at least.
Explain to me as I'm working on his groin right there, just poking needles. Explain to me of the new arrival, if you will.
Tabby found her. You can ask him. I mean, Data Predator found her.
A mechanic has found a human that is not a servitor. Charming.
Yeah, a
He-
surprise to be sure.
Well,
Well,
it was actually.
Technically, it seems to be that she found him.
If you want to be really technical about it, I was a bit in the dying state. She reactivated my lumen well, so I could return to consciousness. Her attempts at providing first aid were surprisingly fruitful.
She chuckles nervously.
Hey, you did charge an entire line by yourself. I'm not gonna lie. I expected you to die. Because I couldn't make it across that river. That's too much current.
It is, but my savior here, as he points with the manipulator metadendrite, decided that was being sent upon by the machine god, and with the Omniscience blessing, revivified me. Thank you.
We saved each other, Tech Priest. That predator. I was.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding me that she was quite a mess.
There was no chance I would make it out of the woods on my own. Not with. I mean, I can't even. I couldn't even tell what direction I was heading in, and all my guides were dead. That predator led me to the camp. It's not like I can see where the sun is rising.
I see. So, just another civilian out in the woods. Interesting.
I'm not a civilian. She gulps, seems to gather her courage for a minute. I may be new to this, but I'm still a servant of the throne. I've strained for this. I'm doing my part.
That doesn't explain. Every civilian within the Imperium is a servant of the Emperor, one way or another. Unlike us, Cult Mechanicus, we are servants to the Messiah. But you, it is your privilege of life that the Emperor gives you. So tell me, what was your occupation before you joined us? As I finish up sewing a bite mark off of Rick.
Before the Inquisition recruited me, I worked at a tavern.
A tavern?
Yeah. Yes.
Ripso's going to stand up and look right at you, and you can see just like the glowing eyes, just like blue, just radiating energy right there, just staring at you. You don't really see a face. You see just metal and plates and wires coming out of them.
She shivers.
I'm sorry. Did you say you worked in a tavern?
Well, a cafe. Yes. On my home planet.
Nothing more?
No. I mean,
were you assigned to serve drinks to your guides?
she will. Actually, yeah, she will turn to him. No, she will momentarily flinch away, but then she will turn to him, remove the band from her eyes, stare at him with her blind, blank eyes, and say, "No, I was assigned here to provide the support of a psyker for the group, for the main group of the main ground force of the Inquisition."
Wait a fucking second. Are you a fucking witch?
Psyker, sanctioned astropath, in the service of the Inquisition.
Oh no, not again! You see Ripsaw just like clinging to his head, like, no! Just start moving away from you. No. Do not do any weird things. I don't want to see the creatures on the other side.
I control my powers. I will be fine. She seems a little annoyed as she puts her blindfold back on.
Well, she got some bite into her. I like this one.
Bite? Oh, please don't say that. I've already seen psychers explode. I've already seen what they can do.
I don't know. this one seems promising, at least.
Ugh.
I'm bound to the greatest power. The God Emperor shall protect me from the perils of the war.
You'll find that the Omnissiah's favor does not come unconditionally.
It doesn't, but we do his work. And I already have not paid for his, for a sliver of his attention.
Yeah, I definitely like her. Use that sponge, kid. Survive this, and I can guarantee you a promising career.
Thank you, Netbread.
I did not promise you a very longevity to your life.
She chuckles. It's a bitter sound, and she says, "I'm starting to see that it comes with the line of work. What we do."
Best job we ever had. Right, Hart.
Well, some would say it is, some would say it's not. There is a nice simplicity to the guard.
Certainly prefer serving drinks, but it is more impactful of a job.
Manufacturing chimeras was a pleasure.
Spewing people. Our every action here could dictate the fall or rise of our sector, so no pressures, child.
We will succeed here.
Now, Data Predator, there's no need to amplify the stress.
Well, I do not like to withhold information from those I consider somewhat hardly close to me.
Data Predator, are you having feelings?
Which is obviously nice because you didn't discuss anything like this with me.
Well, first of all, I do not possess feelings. It is merely an assessment. She rescued me. She is capable of increasing my chances of survival. Second, Reinhardt, mayhaps it has to do something with your charming personality.
Now, I suppose what he called I just enamored everyone.
Yes, and I would not like to weigh your head with additional information. How heavy it must be.
Indeed.
Now, if you'd excuse me, I will take a small break and return to my meditations. I require clarity to my mind, as he would take a few steps, and I'll have to go. Kisses.
Does anyone else require any medical attention?
Surprisingly not. I think I'm fine.
You
No.
are new. You require an examination to be filled in that way. I, and also whatever charging, needs to know about you.
She gulps. Are you sure this is a good place for a medical examination?
It's either now or me wondering why you have three arteries within one leg or two.
Okay.
This will be mildly intrusive. And I mean mildly.
Don't poke me with that thing.
You just
He
see me with the
means-
Mechadendra just like form up right in front of you. He's like,
He
mildly.
means
Yeah.
very
she,
intrusive.
she seems intimidated by all the sharp metal tools.
Mildly intrusive, as in, I am just merely going to scan you.
Sigh of relief.
Intrusive would be cutting you up.
I guess I'm lucky for the mildly part.
Precisely. Hold still as I pull out an Auspex scanner. Start scanning.
There are no mutations in her at all. And she seems she has poor physical capabilities, but she seems remarkably healthy. By the measures of the 31st millennium, unnaturally so. Like she grew up in a very clean place. There's no pollution, no old injuries, nothing.
Not even allergy. What the fuck?
So,
What planet did
what,
you
what,
live on?
so, what are the results?
The result is that she is a perfect human specimen.
Possible.
No, that's what I'm saying. No allergies, no factory smog within her lungs, fresh air. She is from, as they used to say it, from old Terra.
I grew up on Granite. It's a garden world, and it was a good place. I mean, it still is.
Well, that explains a lot.
Even so, you should still have markers.
Oh, here's one. She has a slight allergic reaction to cherries.
I remember I overate them once when we were when we were taking a camp in the forest.
What are cherries?
Yes.
No, I mean, what are cherries?
According to the data, it's a fruit.
You'd ever tried cherries?
No, I've never seen a cherry in person.
It's like this red fruit, and it's very tasty.
Unfortunately, whenever I was growing up in Cadia, there isn't a great deal of fruit.
No.
Katie is a cold place, right?
It is, yes.
Was.
Is.
Indeed.
Why do you say was?
Well, next topic. Mars doesn't really have much fruit.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't even think it even has fruit.
Maybe they have a greenhouse somewhere.
Maybe. All I've seen is melted metal, burnt pieces of plastic, and the fabrication of every single war gear that probably would have made it to Acadia or many of the other worlds out there.
That sounds like a hard and a grim place to grow up in.
Relatively grim compared to a garden world. Even Acadia standards.
Do you miss it? Mars,
Very
Acadia.
much so. I miss the helms of machine and body alike. I miss the fabrication of chimeras. I miss seeing the titans that rose from the sky. You could feel the power that rested inside of them just by looking at them.
Ooh.
It was as if you could look at them and you can feel the Messiah was looking through them.
How interesting. You speak with such passion about it. It seems like we all grow to love and appreciate it. Appreciate things that become familiar to us and routine. When I first left my world, and when I started my training first in Psychana and then under Inquisition, it seemed like I found myself in some sort of hell. But with time, I kind of grew used to it, to the strict regime, to the routine of it, to everyday training, and practicing my powers, honing my will. And now that I left the safety and the measured life of the ship behind me, I kind of miss it. Well, to be honest, I kind of miss more the beginning of it. The part where the beginning, when there were more people on the ship. There were, when it was more inhabited, more ancients, more even more people in the choir. I hated it back then, but now I start to remember it fondly. The ship feels so empty now. I was even the choir is this kind of. There's so few left. I was the strongest one, and all others. Well, aside from the ships, had astropath. All the others are old or weak. Well, or they don't have a strong gift. I worry they may burn out before long. And I imagine much similar to the rest of the crew. I wonder if there are too few tech priests also running the ship. That's a scary thought.
Few tech priest?
Well, you're also being sent on the missions. And so many don't return.
Oh, unfortunate.
I understand what you're saying. Whenever I left the Scald Paginium, was 7 of us that actually passed out that year. 5 went into the same regiment, and there are now 3 left, including myself. And
I hear that.
as years goes on, there is less and less and less that you know.
I was hoping that was just my impression of the things. Seems I was right.
Now, we all suffer the same things. Time marches on, and we must adapt with it.
I remember my first squadron, a Chimera crew. We only lasted for 3 days.
Oh. Were you part of the Imperial Guard?
I was attached to them as an engine seer.
Oh, I see. Because of your experience with building them?
Building them and politics.
Oh.
What regiment?
The arrangement was done by another tech priest, a Magos, who was jealous of my skill. Sent me out to the mud with the rest of the guard. I did grow quite fond of the guard. They worked in unison, yet independently. What befell upon the squad was we were hit. Our chimera was failing. The machine spirit was failing. I did everything I can to save it. A comrade of mine that I grew to call him friend, pulled me off that burning wreckage before it killed all of us. From there, I was then reclassified as a Trojan.
That's a weird career change, from fixing machines to fixing people.
Indeed it was. Not a good change.
I suppose it's easier with machines. They don't bleed out, and lives don't depend on you as directly.
I had to re-look at everything. I had to see you as another machine. Which you are. Everyone is a machine.
she gives him a weird look.
My Megadendroid would just like poke your arm, just like poke where the bone is.
Aye. What was that for?
That right there, your frame, skeleton structure, your frame, your skin, the outer plating, your blood, oil circuits moving along, nervous system.
That doesn't sound right. It isn't. We're more than machines.
So your programming tells you.
I mean,
And if you actually look at Rickard, you'll actually see him holding his bolt gun, just not actually drawing it, but just actually holding it. You know, on the side, so it's basically a part of him.
Megadendroid would just retreat back to his back right there, just chilling out.
Yeah, we
All of them.
it's not just programming, no, it's we have souls. I can feel them in all living things. And humans, they're special. Which one?
Each one is special.
Everyone's, yes, they're all different. Every mind that I touched.
I kind of like side eye to, as much as a tech priest can side eye to record. Just kind of side eye.
So,
Yes,
is there a problem?
I believe you had experience on Cadia.
Everyone has an experience on Cadia.
Have you met any souls very special?
Unfortunately, there are an overabundance of special souls.
What do you mean?
You know where Cadia is positioned, correct?
I didn't know much about astral astrology, but I know that it guards an important some important passage, and that the Chaos worshippers take, and that it's an impenetrable fortress that stood since the foundation of the Imperium, practically.
If you look at my eyes, they're violet. I was not born with violet eyes.
I'm sorry.
We look into the eye of terror. Those that are able to stand it are indoctrinated into the Imperial Guard or the Scholar Paginium or whatever else. Can't.
It's strange.
Are given the Emperor's mercy.
It's strange. Your eyes. Usually I can't. Usually it's difficult to make out colors in my side, but to distinguish them, to name them. But yours, they're kind of visible, more so than any other color.
Yes, essentially, we stand on the gateway of hell.
As far as I know, I've heard whispers from other Magoses. Cadia is a Mechanicus playground for new technology. Essentially, new lasgun patterns, chimeras, much more due to their unfortunate circumstances.
Well, it makes a good test bed.
And I hope a good one.
It uh, the heretics, they keep attacking it, right? Even though it's impossible to take, it's impenetrable. We just
Just going to look away.
Not impenetrable. Resolute. Let's say that. Nothing is impenetrable.
she looks at you in like kind of surprise and wonder. Like she can't quite understand why you're saying this. But it is, isn't it? It has stood for 10,000 years, and always was victorious.
Yes. And you can win 10,000 wars. You just have to lose one.
She gulps. I hope it never loses. It's so well defended, right? It's like the best guards are there. The best mechanicus, techno devices, and techno miracles are all gathered here.
Indeed.
The best mechanicus.
Indeed. And that is why I have a spot on a hillside in the northern hemisphere. I'm going to build a house. The view is fantastic. Right across the valley. Commissar Gildano will be with me, and everything will be nice.
Wait, Commissar Goldana? You mean our commissar? I thought his name was Richard, or is that someone else? You know?
Yes, I am Commissar Rickott. There's Commissar Garno, Commissar Rivenhoft, and then there are 3 other commissars that technically should still be cadet commissars, but due to the situation, they have been promoted. And frankly, I'll learn their names once this battle is over.
Promoted. Like there's some weariness with which she interprets this word. Have you seen them lately?
Commissar, you're gonna get promoted to a Lord Commissar one day.
You disapprove.
I jest.
Both of you disapprove. Why? Explain.
You won't be at your best. Right now, you are at your best. You'll need machines to keep you at your best once you're Lord Commissar. Otherwise, when you're out there as a Lord Commissar, you're basically either the solid target for an entire orc invasion, or just a map reader.
I doubt I will ever be a Lord Commissar. And, Ripsaw, you understand the reasons why I will never be a Lord Commissar.
Job's too painfully boring.
I believe I'm a little bit too much grating.
I haven't seen you grate anything yet.
I think, to be honest with you, Sam would have me executed tomorrow if he could.
Sam values your skills.
Who is Sam?
Sam is the oldest member within this squadron. We're all replacements.
Replacements for who?
I look right at her. What do you think? Do you think this is the first squadron to be formed? No. We're replacements for all the dead.
How long have you served here?
As far as I know, we're Sam's. I am guessing at this point, third replacements. Me being the second replacement.
I hope we fare better than the old squads. Do you know what happened to them?
I know what happened to the last squadron. Sam wasn't there. He had some other operations to do. I was the last one to live in that last squadron.
What happened?
We were heading off into
They
the
held
mountains.
the line.
We were heading off into the mountains to meet with a tribe. We landed on the ground because we saw something there. Not only that, but landing further up into the mountains proved difficult. We started marching out up to the mountain and started getting picked off by sniper fire. I was saved by an ogre that I called friend. He fought to the very last. I just pull out this robotic leg, appropriate size for an ogre's leg, and just sit in front of him.
Is it attached to him? Or is
No.
it just...
It's just a leg.
Uh-huh.
This here was Tooth Gnasher.
I'm sorry for your loss. How did you survive?
I merely hid. Unfortunately, I was carrying data valuable to the Inquisition.
See. That's...
If I didn't carry the information, I would have been right next to Tooth Gnasher, eliminating the enemy.
Well, I think he might have been happy that you're still alive. But did you still continue on?
Of course, I still continue on. As I am still functioning, I must continue, for the Homicide demands that I continue. I keep the leg in remembrance of him.
Heavy?
A little.
See. And she goes quiet, thoughtful, a melancholy way. I need to step away for a moment, concentrate. Perhaps I can sense something useful in the surroundings. And she lags a little bit behind, seemingly concentrated on some psychic thing. Or perhaps
Very well.
just using it as an excuse to be alone for a moment and think over what she learned.
Do not summon something that will give me nightmares.
I will not summon anything. Don't worry. I fully control my power.
That's what the last one said. You just hear me cleaning up my bolt pistol.
So, Ipsaw,
Yes.
what do we make of her?
What do I make
Yay.
of?
What do we make of her? Yay or nay?
So far, she hasn't caused the walls to bleed. She hasn't caused me to have unorthodox throwing up syndromes. She hasn't scared Doggo to the point where I had to rewire his circuitry. I am sure she's intimidated enough not to do any of those things.
Can we have Doggo surveil her? Keep an eye.
Are you suggesting that we assign her a support animal?
Not necessarily a sport animal, more of a surveillance animal.
Very well. As long as she doesn't tamper with Doggo's saved games.
And I'm going to head out now. It was great to be with everyone. And a lot of fun.
Alright.
Okay. Real.
Oh, yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. for me. And I still haven't had my dinner.
Alright.
Yeah, it's actually what they call 12 o'clock for me, and I've got to get up at fucking 6 in the morning.
Oh,
Then